Well, hello. Parker here, the writer, director, filmer, editor, everything on my Quiet Place fan film. This is the Wendy's scene that we open up. Just a little editing time lapse for you. Very fun. And I don't know. Yeah, I just recorded myself editing. And of course, you see we got different takes. We've got some cutaways. And looking for the best take, looking for the best audio, comparing that with the script. And it's always a very interesting process, and especially when, more and more takes you have, the more and more cuts you have, it gets so complicated so quickly. But luckily, I have ADHD, so I thrive on that nonsense sometimes. For this particular scene, I'm really happy. I had my friend Leo help me with the camera and the audio. He walks in front of the camera a couple times. And also, my parents showed up nice and early to be in the background a little bit. And, of course, special thanks to the manager of this particular Wendy's. I was looking to film in different places that were real, and I couldn't find anyone until I landed on this guy, or on the lady that was managing this Wendy's branch, so I super appreciate that. We actually bought the Wendy's stuff the night before, right before they closed, and I just kept them all wrapped up, and then when we got there, I asked them to pop it in the microwave for us, and then that's it. This scene was actually pretty straightforward. We just had the chatting scene about like the fire alarm and the shenanigans in high school, and then his friend Alfred, or whatever the cuss his name is, he shows up, and then things get a little weird from there, and that kind of foreshadows the future of the movie. And one thing I really like about Final Cut is that it does a really good job of taking something really complicated, and you can have it's called compound clips, and you can group all these clips together and make it look really, really simple. And of course, when you're watching it all the way back, you don't even think about all the edits and all the dozens and even hundreds and hundreds of cuts that goes in, and all the decisions that go into finding the right take and the right audio and syncing them up and telling the story through all the best pieces of it. But yeah, that's just about it for this clip. Thanks for watching, and now a little behind-the-scenes time-lapse of my desert meteor shower. So when filming this desert scene, I was hoping I'd have at least 15 people to show up, and I had a couple people commit and then back out like a few hours before, which is perfectly infuriating, but that happens a lot. That's just the kind of the business of the movie industry, especially the free movie industry. All this is voluntarily based. So what we did is effectively just bring a bunch of jackets and hats and swap it out. So we filmed a couple different takes without moving the camera, and we actually got pretty lucky. We had this motorcycle guy zipping around here, as well as these two ladies walking their dog, mother and daughter, and we asked them, hey, do you want to be in our movie? And they're like, oh, sure, okay. And so we're a desert scene, we're looking at meteors, and then run. And they were good sports. So we're really, really lucky to get those 4 extra people if you include the dog. And this is just a time lapse. So how I started was we had 4 different takes, and 2 of them were exact. So we used those as the starting base. The third one, the camera was bumped just slightly, so that was fine. And then the fourth one was totally different. So I decided to incorporate that last because I would have to scale in, rotate it a little bit to make it fit. So here we have all the layers going on, and you can see it's not quite finished. It's getting there. I tried doing a single mask per layer at first, but that didn't work. So I had each individual person be his or her own mask, and then I just duplicated that and layered it all together, did some basic color correction, and it worked out pretty good, honestly. This whole process should have taken, maybe 25 minutes with the, all the extras that I was counting on, but with 4 people and then a few extra that happened to just wander by, it took about an hour and a half. And then in post, this whole process took about an hour and 20 minutes. Of course, I've sped it up to just the 2.5 minutes that you're seeing here. But that's how it worked out, and the final product is pretty good. So, yep. I knew I could do it with just a couple people. I did it before with my zombie movie where, again, nobody showed up. So we went home, grabbed some extra sweatshirts and hats, and just kept running at the barn. So I knew it would work here, especially with, 5 to 10 extra years. When did I film that zombie movie? Is that like 2011? Yeah, that was a while ago. So another 7-8 years of filming expertise. I knew it could be done. I just didn't want to do it, but it worked out.